Hi everybody, this is Melanie. This is another In the Craft Room with a Creatively Crafted Life, and today what I do is show you my kit in quotation marks because it's quite large collection of stuff that I've pulled that I'm going to use for my December daily. And I thought you might be interested in seeing what kind of stuff I've pulled other than the kits I'm going to be using and how I've kind of going to have it set up. So my thought process behind this is to pull as much as I possibly can of stuff that I think that I might want to use because I'm a very visual person. So if I see it, I may have a better chance of using it. If it's tucked away somewhere, less likely so. And the other idea, of course, is because I am hoping to do this daily or every second day, that it will speed the process up because I've got everything front and center. So I do have a fairly large work table. It's about 3 by 5. So I think the space that I have here for working is enough, and then to my right is where I'll store everything. So the first thing I want to just mention, we have posted separate videos on my unboxing of the Felicity Jane December Documented Kit, and I've also posted an unboxing of the November Hip Kit. So those two videos, whatever the contents in there, that's in here. So I'm planning on using those. The other thing that I'm using is an older Stampin' Up! Pocket page kit, Christmas related. It might be last year's or the years before, I'm not sure. And then of course I've got stuff from my stash. So I don't want to spend too much time on the individual components, but I just want to give you an overall of what I'm doing and how I'm storing it. So the first thing I have here are some specialty paper remnants. It's got things like vellum, foiled paper, that kind of stuff. I've already pre-cut some tags out of this, which is why I have the remnants, or 6 by 8 pages, and they're in my December Daily album. So I'll show you those when we go through it. The Felicity Jane vellum, and then this is the 12 by 12 paper from Felicity Jane, as well as from the November kit. So just so you get a feel of what's in here. You can see it's really hard to tell where one ends and the other starts, which is perfect. Okay, so I've got a bunch of 12 by 12 paper. I don't anticipate using a lot of this, but I will use it in my normal Project Life album, because I decided that my December daily is going to be primarily holiday focused, and then I'll still do some, everyday stuff in my in my Project Life. I've also pulled some other specialty papers. I've got some glitter paper from Stampin' Up! So I've got like a pink, a gold, a white, a red, and pink scraps. This here is some red vinyl. I believe it was, where did I get that? Probably from Hobby Lobby, I'm thinking, last year. And I used this to make a canvas. Anyway, so I thought, why not use vinyl in your album too? So I left that in here. So that's basically my big sheets of stuff. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm just going to package them and put them in one of these Cropper Hopper folders. It's not the big holder. It was one of the inserts that you can sometimes get inside of them. So you get like 4 of them to help separate. So we'll just pop that in there. Maybe. Or maybe we'll do that off camera. But it does fit. And the other thing I have is what I'm calling one of my embellishment, the flatter embellishment box. So in here, it's one of these fridge bins, split. It's got about 3 by 4-ish sides, and then a 4 by 6. And so what I've stored in here are things like my larger stickers, Alpha's, Tim Holtz. I put some mink stuff in here because I need to use it. I have way too much. you know, stuff from the kits that I got. Mostly it's stuff from the kits. I did have a couple of gold doilies in my stash that I pulled. I love the look of doilies. I have not really used them, and so I would like to do that. I have these from these stickers from Recollections. I'm not sure if they're going to go in, but they're kind of cute and whimsical, so who knows. If I don't put them out, I'm definitely not going to put them in, right? So, and then I just went through, you know, like this is from Studio Calico. Not Christmas per se, but you know, the pinks in the collection, and then of course gold. Leftovers Felicity Jane, you know, some enamel dots, that kind of thing. I also had some, oh, where is it? Some Flare. This is from my Mind's Eye Fancy Pants. No, not my Mind's Eye. It's from Fancy Pants. It's very bright. I got this in a warehouse box. You know, that kind of stuff. So that's just all here. I'm also using Pink Fresh Oh Joy, because I got some of this in a warehouse box as well. So I put the 6x6 paper pad in here just in case. I've gone through and I've already pulled some of my pocket page cards. Okay, these are leftovers where, you know, not necessarily I need to use, but if they're there if I need them. So that is that. Then I have a tray that I put together of things like embossing powder, glitter, sequins, paint, embossing paste, my die cuts, all that good stuff. So more loose or bulkier. So I have this little tray. I got this from the dollar store, and I sorted my various die cuts from the different kits into the different compartments. I have some gold embossing paste. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have some Inca Gold. This is really great for covering like chipboard. I loved using that. I have some wood veneer tape. Thought maybe I could do something with that. Some Maya Gold paint. I think that's what it's just. It just says Maya Gold. Viva Decor. I also threw in this Gold Luxe Mix Micas and Glitters from Stampandas, because I thought that might be fun. I have some of these rhinestone brads floating around, you know, and I've got a ton of them. So I've got some in red and some in clear. All these wood veneer bits are from the Stampin' Up! Project Life kit. And then I have a couple washi tapes. So this came from the Stampin' Up! Kit. This is actually, I'll explain that later, this is from the Felicity Jane. I showed that in the unboxing. Super cute little gold hearts. So this actually is really quite cool. This I got this last year. A friend of mine gave it to me for Christmas. Actually, Laura did. And there are these little gold not gold trees, green trees. Aren't they cute? So it's not really washi tape, but it is tape. I thought that would be cute as a border, or cut out a few pieces for an accent here or there. I think she got these from the dollar spot last year at Target. Don't quote me on that though. I have a few little, what are they called? Not acrylic, acetate words. I just bought a Sharpie paint pen. I've heard good things about this, so I thought this might be kind of fun to maybe write or doodle on some of the photos. I have a couple little acrylic round things, some sequins. This is from the Stampin' Up! Kit. Various Flare, and some miscellaneous wood veneer. That's from the Felicity Jane December documented kit. The tassels, the star clips, sequins, and then I've got a whole bunch of glitters and embossing powders. And I'm not sure what I'm going to use, but I pulled anything that I thought remotely would go with the kit. The bigger stuff, stuff I tend to use more often in my normal crafting, so that's why I put them in the larger containers. But I've got some glitter embossing paste. This is from Bo Bunny. Different types of glitter, some really fine, some chunkier, you know, like the Distress Glitter's got a little bit of a different texture. This blue is the only real blue I have that will kind of coordinate with this kit. And this is from Glitteritz. I don't even know if they still sell glitter. If they're still out there. I bought that in Canada, so I don't even know. Maybe it never made its way. Maybe it is Canadian. Anyway, so that's kind of my everything not flat. And then the last thing that I did was, as you get to know me, I have a huge stamp collection, like huge, huge. I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for a number of years, and I kind of went a little crazy, and I have a hard time getting rid of them. So I have a large, very large collection, and my thought is if I have the room for it and it's not hurting anybody, then why not just keep them? So I really want to try and use some in my December album this year. Now, I have way too much pulled here. There is no way in a million years that I'm going to use all of these. But again, it's the thought process of if I have it out, I'm more likely to use it. So a couple things that didn't fit in the other tray. So I did have my various sequins. Obviously not all of these are going to coordinate with my kit, but there's enough here on each row that will, so that's why I pulled that out. I have some very old rub-ons from Stampin' Up. Rub-ons do have a shelf life. And but I have found that the Stampin' Up! Ones have held very well. I mean, these are over 6 years old, probably maybe 7 or 8, and they still work really well. So I have good hopes for those. But I also have some of these older ones in my collection that are very old that I'm not too sure if they will work. So we'll give them a try. Obviously, if they don't work, then they're gonna be leaving my stash at the end of the season. And I'm not sure where these ones came from, but they are rub-ons, and it looks like I had some issues with that one already. So these ones I'm the most skeptical about. These ones we'll see, and the Stampin' Up! Ones I'm pretty happy with. This is the puffy stickers from Pink Fresh from the November kit. And then I'll just quickly show you what I pulled for stamps. Some snowflakes. It's actually a set. There's also dies in here. I know, you're thinking, you live in Southern California, why do you have snowflakes? Well, I grew up in Canada, and I've spent the majority of my life living in Canada, and I always associate Christmas with snow. And so even though I don't have snow here, it's still part of the season for me, so I think that's okay. I also have this stamp set from Stampin' Up! That I thought would be kind of cute to make some embellishments, because I don't have enough already. Another Stampin' Up! One. I like the sentiments. Let Earth receive her king and joy, and even this star is kind of cute that I think would work quite well. And then I have some ornaments. I thought maybe if I do a page about the ornaments on my tree, that might work. Another Stampin' Up! Christmas wreath. I thought this would be kind of cute for an insert page, maybe with like the acetate or vellum. And then these are by Art Impressions. I love snowmen. I don't like making snowmen because I don't like the cold, but I do love snowmen, and I thought this might be kind of fun to color and put in there. I also have a set from Gina K, and I love the little fireplace and the tree in the urn. I thought that would be kind of cool, so maybe that one. I also threw in some Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous stamp sets. Now, as you can see, there's a variety of styles here, and I'm okay with that. I kind of have an eclectic taste, so whatever goes. This is an illustrated faith, and I think it's meant more for Bible journaling, but why not include this as well? I will do definitely a page about the religious component of Christmas, because that is important to me. So I included that. I've got the Ellie Studio date stamp set. I thought that would be great. Although if you look at my foundation pages, I already have numbers all kind of allotted, but you know, things are subject to change. I think this is a Studio Calico set. I think maybe, or it's an Allie Edwards, one or the other. Just some half circles that I thought would be kind of fun to add where appropriate. This is also an Allie Edwards one. It was one of her kits last year, all on reflection and reviewing. I think that was the word, was review. I'm not a subscriber of hers, but I do love her stuff, and so I picked this up when she had a sale. And I thought this might be a great way to end the album, is just kind of review the year. I have this Stampin' Up! Calendar stamp. This used to be wood mounted. I took it off the wood and then just put it in this in this case for storage. I thought I might do this at the beginning, maybe map out the month. Maybe. We'll see. This is another Stampin' Up! One. I do like these sentiments. I'm not sure so much about Winter Wonderland, but this might be a bit of a joke. You know, I could call it a Winter Wonderland and then show you what it's like here in California. The Felicity Jane, this came from their December documented kit. I pulled this Tim Holtz stencil. I thought that would be kind of cute with some embossing paste. I've also got this Tim Holtz alterations with the different pine boughs. I never know how to pronounce it. It's called Holiday Greens. So that one I thought might be fun. The Shadow Press. I love these. I've never used them. So, hence they're in here. And they've all got Christmas phrases on them. And same with this one. Love the set. Have never used it. So, got to get that going. Another one, Mixed Media Christmas. These are just parts or partials, like a corner or something like that. So I thought that might be kind of fun. I also thought this might be fun to die cut out of paper and then use it as a stencil. So we'll give that a try. I threw this embossing folder in. It just says things like Winter Wish, Christmas Believe, 25 December Seasonal. I thought that might be kind of fun as a backing or a layering piece. This is actually a Biggs die, and I store them separate and they take up a lot of room. So in my storage, or how I keep my dies, I actually just, for the big things like that, I keep them with my regular dies, just an image so that I know that I have it. So when I'm flipping through, I know to pull it. So that's why that's that. I have this old Sizzix candy cane. Another wreath. This is from Tonic Studios. This one I got from, I'm not sure where I got this from. It was maybe from Crafty Steels, I think. The Joy Wreath. This is from Paper Tray Ink. Another ornament one. I'm not likely to use both ornament sets, but I put them both in to see what I'm feeling with. This is from Studio Calico. Again, just a very generic kind of project life type thing. Okay, this is kind of weird. So this one here makes sense, right? You know, you could put good times, the little things, that kind of stuff. But I actually pulled this for the weather report because, like as I mentioned before, the weather here is so much different than what I am used to back home that I thought it would be kind of cool to include, you know, what is the weather like in December. So I don't know if you've ever seen this. This is called the Single Attacher. It's from Studio Calico. I don't know if they still sell it, but it is a fantastic little die. And basically what you can do is you can cut this out and use it to insert memorabilia and stuff into your page. So it becomes like the rings. So this basically folds in half and you tape it to your piece of memorabilia, and then this then fits into the rings. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I use double-sided tape and to adhere it, and then use something decorative on the outside, or even just clear acetate. I've done that before too. Works really well. This, I think this one is an LA Studio one. Again, just a generic kind of sentiments that will work all year round. This was a Hello December. This was from Stampin' Up! So just some little things. This one here says Remember. It's from Ali Edwards. Just a die. This is from Ali Edwards. I don't know if you can see that. It embosses the words today, this week, or right now. So I thought that might be kind of fun. I haven't put white backing on this one yet. Right now. So again, life is a grand adventure. What's new? Fresh start. I don't know if that's really that appropriate right for this one, but right now I could definitely use it. And goes, baby, it's cold outside. Yeah. Again, weather, you know, tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, maybe. Mistletoe and Holly. I just thought that might be kind of fun. And then I have a few more dies. Joy to the World. Happy Holidays. This one says Peaceful. It's called Peaceful Joyeux Noël, and it's from Memory Box. And sorry for all of you that may know French that I butchered that. And then this is from Close to My Heart. And it's this cute little set that has a little tree, a stocking, present, the words deck the halls and trim the tree. So I thought those might be kind of cute for the day when I put up my decorations. Anyways, I think that's it, everybody. That is a lot of stuff, and I know there is no way in a million years that that is all going to fit in one little 6x8 album. But again, like I said, I have it, so it's just convenient to have it pulled, and hopefully it inspires me. And hopefully this inspires you, and that you think about doing the December daily along with me, and that you give it a try, maybe pull some things together. And we'll let us know in the comments below what you're doing, if you're doing December daily, what your thoughts are. And until next time, happy crafting.